pledge. Becca, will you lead us in the pledge, please?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. If you're like me, please remember to turn your phone off, silence it. All trustees are present for tonight's meeting. To start off, we have a presentation by the Clarkson University Honors Program, introduction to community engagement, and the students, and they're led by their professor, Professor Duell. Is he on? Hold on,
I don't believe he's going to be making it on tonight.
Okay. Go ahead and introduce the team, please, if you would.
All right. My name is Colin Kelleher. I'm a sophomore mechanical engineering major.
I'm Jonathan Glick. I'm a sophomore civil engineering major.
And I'm Dee Pham. I'm a sophomore software engineering major.
Thanks, guys. Great to have you here with us tonight.
Great to be here.
Yeah, so go ahead and tell us what you have for us, please.
So,
Boys, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll start us off. So, working with, of course, Dank and the IDA, Bob and Jacob were introduced to us, and of course, we started this project with what they gave us. Working with that, we went and did a bit more deep research. I know me and Jonathan did a lot of deep research into finding as much as we could about the building itself. I know there's a slideshow of like 50 slides of newspaper clippings going back years.
Yeah.
And of course, I mean, we went up to the museum, talked with the curator, and got a bit more information, got some good photos that I believe one made it into the eventual slide. And also from there, we went on to make the signs for the building, the 4 signs that will be placed within the building once the renovations get underway.
I have these here. Nobody else is here. These are really cool. Pass them around for anyone else that would like to see them. So how long did this take you?
So this, of course, this is through a class, so this is a semester-long class, but overall, so this class includes, of course, as the name implies, community engagement. So everyone in our class was placed with a different community partner, and this goes towards our, through honors, we need, is it 40? 40 hours of community service for our 4 years here. This this is included in that, and we're allotted around 15 to 20 hours, and we're right around that, depending on each person who at different times that we did research or worked on the project. Looks
great. Looks great. And so will these be put on the front of the building? No?
Jake, did you want to step in here?
Yeah, so these signs are part of the requirements of the funding for New York State Historic Office. So they'll actually, the contractor that's doing the demolition right now will actually provide us with like park sign stands that you would see along nature trails. And these will be printed on a 24 by 36 plaque, and they'll actually be mounted on posts within the courtyard space.
You guys did a great job. I learned some information or history about our downtown as well.
Yeah.
We appreciate it greatly.
It's fascinating.
We learned a lot too.
Yeah.
We definitely learned a lot throughout doing this. A lot more than I think we would if we just like went by Massena. Because me and Colin were actually up here over the summer, and we visited Massena a lot. And it was a great little town. It had a lot to give. But we definitely learned a lot more about its history by doing this whole entire research.
I love the photos. You can still, even though you're looking at them, and, you know, I'm looking at the one, the store that never slept, it's to the right of that. You can kind of tell, there's the School of Business. And I don't know what, wow, the building that has the A, what building was that event? Sorry, I'm a bit of a history buff. I'm wondering what it was back in the day was also. Yeah.
Let's see which slide. The second one?
Yeah.
I don't know what A. Are you talking about the building next to it or the School of Business? School of Business is the one with the K sign
It's probably next to.
on it, I believe.
Yeah, the one that would be to
the
the
next
left of
Columbus. Did you spend any usage? This was during the golden era of the street, so between 19 and 64.
Sure.
I believe that they've all changed quite a bit. Of course, within those years, it went from stone and code, keys to triangle shoes, and I'm sure a bunch of the buildings around it did similar.
That's a Newbury building. C&M building.
That's great.
And that's an old stone store next door.
Well, a fantastic job, guys. I really appreciate it.
Very much
This
This
is a
so.
railway block, so.
Yeah, this was a great project to work on. We did,
I can do that
for our
all
class,
within
we
the off.
had to present at the Clarkson Ignite Expo. And so we had a poster up, that included the signs and a bit more on it. Me and V were there working,
It's to the left.
and, we actually did, win an award for our class, being one of the top,
Presenters at this day, I think it's Rivers, yeah.
yes,
Congratulations.
For Newberry's.
thank you.
Anyone have anything else? Great work, guys. We really appreciate it. We won't keep you, and I thank you for all your hard work and effort.
Thank
Of course,
you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you guys,
much.
appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was cool. We should look at those a little bit more in depth.
Maybe know where the lady is in the picture.
What's that?
One of the ladies that's in the picture used to babysit Chris and Lisa and all this is kids. Pat, yeah, reading the names.
Okay, moving on, next up, we have a presentation from Flock Safety Camera Systems. At the last meeting, if you remember, we talked about it, we just kind of presented it, and I thought it'd be best if we would wait a month, and in doing so, we've kind of streamlined it, the prices come down pretty dramatically, as Joe will talk to us tonight. Joe, welcome, if you'd like to begin, be my guest.
Excellent. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yep.
It's a pleasure to be here. I will just ask, is there a printout or is there a slide deck that we can pull up in preparation for the presentation? Mayor Beckman and Monique?
We have it. I don't know if Monique can pull it. Uh-oh, did we lose you?
No.
Okay,
Nope, still here.
okay.
Yeah, Monique, let me know if that's possible. Otherwise, happy to just get started and talk through what I sent over earlier today.
Hang on, I'm working on it.
Yep, no worries. And once you pulled it up too, since I'll eventually get to it anyways, Joe DeStefano obviously work here at Flock Safety. I've had the pleasure of working with Mayor Bateman in the past, I want to say about a month or so, and then Chief Cody Wilson in the past, I want to say 3 or 4 months. Just discussing about the potential of bringing Flock into Massena Village. Obviously today I'll be kind of doing a very quick presentation on just kind of Flock, the company, the technology, kind of why we're proposing what we're proposing, talking through the financials, and then leave some time for Q&A. But just for some background, in my role I cover New York State agencies, local municipalities across the state of New York, and just looking forward to just sharing more about Flock, our technology, and answer any questions you guys have.
I'm trying to pull it up.
No, all good. And while you're doing that too, Mayor Paquin and Chief Wilson, if you want to add any context for the presentation before I get started, that'd be awesome.
Well, the big context is the fact
We're
that
good.
our cameras don't work, and we need cameras that work. It's, you know, it's one more tool, I think, for the police department. Heaven knows that they need all the tools that they can get. I actually started this under Chief Olson, and it's progressed and got us to this point where we are, and we've looked at flock systems, so. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, this is great. So just for quick agenda's sake, already went over introduction. I'm also joined here by my counterpart, Kerry McCormick, on our external affairs team. So if any questions come up that need to be directed to him, I have him here on standby. But just jumping right into, I guess, the flock overview.
Hey, Joe, just wanted to say hello too. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, go ahead,
I'm actually down here in Atlantic City and New Jersey, meeting with folks down here, but just want to say hello to everybody. I'm going to let Joe run with this, but Kerry McCormick, I'm with Flock as well on our public affairs team. Good to see everyone tonight. Just in the background, if any questions I can help with. So take it away, Joe.
Kerry, thank you. Just 30,000-foot view, I always like to start here for the folks who are maybe hearing a Flock for the very first time. Like at our very core, I think the reason why 99% of people work at Flock Safety today is we believe that every community, including Massena, has the right to thrive. And that's predicated on our mission, which is to eliminate crime and shape a safer future together with our technology. Just a couple of quick metrics, I won't belabor this, but over 2,800 crimes today across the country are being solved with the use of Flock Safety's technology. 15% of all U.S. reported crime, and we're working with 5,200 communities all across the country. Next slide, please.
Try and take minutes over here.
We're in over 49 states today. I think the only one that's not included is the state of Alaska. 20 billion vehicle captures every single month using Flock technology. I mentioned this already, 5,000 plus agencies across the country and ever growing. In my role, I work with the public sector, albeit police departments, towns, cities across the state of New York, like I mentioned. We also work with commercial customers as well, serving Lowe's and Home Depot, some select Dick's Sporting Goods, USPSs are on Flock as well. Everything is integrated to all the necessary databases to allow the PD to do their job effectively. So integrated to NCIC, which is an FBI database, NCMEC, which is the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, and a few other leading law enforcement databases as well. Just really quickly, I'll just take two more slides just on the technology side of things. So the best way to explain what Flock does is we are a maker of hardware, of software, and AI technology. So on the hardware side, the proposal specifically for Massena is really focused on our live video cameras, specifically our pan tilt zoom or PTZ cameras. We also do LPR cameras, trailers, gunshot/audio detection, video integration, as well as drones. So we're really taking this as the first phase of a partnership with you all, and hope to kind of grow the relationship into our other offerings down the road. The Flock operating system has everything from alerts to, again, give the PD alerts, when certain things are happening within the village. So, for example, people detection alerts, for example, if something's happening after hours that shouldn't be happening, these cameras are working 24/7 for the PD. Everything is web app accessible, mobile app accessible, integrated again into the necessary tools for the PD. There's a lot here. Happy to unpack this more down the road, but just going to give you an idea of kind of who Flock is from a technology perspective, kind of where things can grow with you guys down the road. Next slide here, Monique, please.
Joe,
go ahead.
You gonna wait?
I'll wait
Yep.
till he's done.
All right, we'll wait. We'll wait.
Oh, yeah, I can't see. Yeah, feel free to stop me. This is just the last thing on the technology side of things before we get into the meat and potatoes of the proposal. This is just specifically the PTZ camera that we offer here. Again, these are working 24/7. A couple of just key things I'll call out here, and again, related to the proposal as well. Flock is responsible for the installation for the ongoing maintenance if a camera ever goes down, damage from a weather-related event or vandalism, for example. Flock will come out there and remedy that. Separate from that too, we refer to our contract or the way that we go to market with as an evergreen system. So we are a very, very fast innovating company. So inevitably we're gonna come to market with a newer, better version of this PTZ camera, which will come out there and update your cameras for no additional charge. These cameras are also offered as both AC powered and solar powered, so really giving the village the opportunity to deploy these strategically without it having to be reliant on existing power lines. That said, we are being focused on AC power deployment for the village, but just letting you all know you have that flexibility there. I'll take a pause in case there are any questions on the technology side of things before I get into the finances.
Can you explain the AI part? Are you using facial recognition, or how is that integrated into this software?
Yeah, excellent question. We don't do anything with facial recognition. A couple of the AI capabilities I was referring to, specific to the PTZ cameras, one is people detection alerts, which is highlighted here in the image on the right top left. So again, if for example of a park, there's activity in a park after hours, that'll trigger an alert to the PD. Another one is something we call guardian mode. So again, these cameras are working 24/7 for investigation purposes. If there's activity in the event or in the example of a park or a specific street, the camera will actually automatically pan, tilt, and zoom in the location of the respective activity for capturing evidence and just to assist from an investigative perspective. But to be clear too, nothing to do with facial recognition.
Oh yeah, I got confused where it said people.
Yeah, no worries. Good question.
So if I were to run a red light, which I don't, is that will I receive a citation or something? Can you use it to capture? I don't understand exactly. I should have sat in on the meetings. My apologies. I didn't.
No worries. I think in that specific example, this is where the importance of having the appropriate policies for expected use of the system is important, which I think will just be completed through the necessary collaborations amongst this board, obviously the mayor, the PD. We'll give you all some guidance as it relates to best practices of how best to use the technology, but that's really up to you all to make those decisions, come up with the policies and best practices there.
Stores for what, 30 days? Right?
Yes. Yep. Our default data retention period is for 30 days. That's correct.
So what if we get a FOIA request for a year?
We don't have it. And that's what our cameras the last 6 years have been, is 30 days.
Okay.
It's just we have a policy that they held for 30 days. So that's what the program allows.
Okay.
I have a question. Do businesses already use this in the area? Do businesses use this in the area?
Specifically in Massena, no. St. Lawrence County Sheriff's Office recently came on board with Flock with a couple of devices. Off the top of my head, I don't know if there's any other in the county from a business or commercial perspective that are using Flock, but I can double check that and follow up in writing over email. My guess is the local Lowe's and Home Depots in the area are likely live with a few of these devices, but I'll just double, triple check that that's the case and that they were actually installed.
These are just cameras, they're not license plate readers.
These are just cameras.
That's correct, yes.
Does the information, can a police officer grab that information right from his vehicle? Or does it go to the office, or where does it store?
So it'd be online, right? I'll let Joe answer this if you heard that question.
I heard bits and pieces of it, but so everything is stored on the cloud, AWS GovCloud.
So could a police officer, Joe, if a police officer, if he's in his automobile and he's got his computer in the automobile, could he hook in to that, to the cloud to look at a camera from his vehicle?
That is correct. Yep. So everything is accessible via your desktop computer, mobile application, i.e. iPhone, Android, through the Flock application, and then through the MPTs as well in the cruisers. That's correct.
And Joe, that is for folks that the department agency gives permission to. So not, everybody on the street, is that correct?
Correct.
Yes, to be very clear, the PD will choose who has access to these respective, camera feeds, that's correct, yep.
Do you share with other, like, San Lawrence County, or?
So we would have to
How
have
does
an
that work?
agreement, right, Joe? Like if we agree that they can see our cameras, if they agree we can see their cameras, then we can allow that, correct?
So, like, our data is our data?
Yes.
Yes, your data, yes, the data being captured by these flock devices is our customers, that's correct, and it's up to you all to determine who you share it with, how you share it with them, et cetera, and that can be an ever-changing, obviously, policy you all come up with, and we can certainly give you guidance as well from a best practice perspective.
If we have a policy here in the village, do businesses who have it separate from the village cameras, are they under the umbrella of that? Do they have to follow the policies that are agreed upon by the village?
That's a privately owned business, and they would be,
So that would be separate?
yeah.
Okay.
So like, are they, but you can access, I think you had mentioned this before, other people's stuff.
If the agreement between the agencies say yes and we allow it for both, yes, we'd be able to.
Would you have to get their permission each time?
I believe once you have permission, right, Joe, unless it's changed?
Yeah, I think you're taking an example of, like, for example, the county sheriff's office has a few devices, you have to make that request to them, they'd have to grant that access. They do have the opportunity to, for example, reject that or give you access to certain devices and vice versa. You can do the same with them or other agencies in and around you all. But it's really up to the agency, Massena, to make those decisions, and then the agency who has devices to share them back with you. Which again, we can help facilitate those meetings when they come up, talk through, again, sort of the why and the best practices behind that. But at the end of the day, it's up to you all to determine who has access to it, to which devices, when, et cetera.
So like, say a business on Main Street, like has a ring cam, I should have asked this before, I'm sorry. Has a ring cam. Or bling, whatever it is, can you just log in to, like, through Flock, can you get that information from their camera?
Not from a ring
So
camera.
they would have to be a flock
It would have to be a
camera.
flock camera.
I bet they,
Yeah,
I'm done.
Yeah,
For
no,
now.
like, just for an example, like Home Depot, say they have flock cameras, they might say, yes, we can have access to them so we can monitor shoplifters if we need it. We're not gonna give Home Depot our
gotcha.
videos around the village. Just as an example. Mm-hmm.
Is there a way to copy, let's say, there's something, a serious crime is committed and it's caught on camera, and that information is needed in court 6 months from now?
We would download it immediately.
You can't download
Yep.
it. So we can save it.
Yes. It's just like what we do with our cameras now. Is if something happens and we have it, we download it and we save a copy.
Okay.
It might actually be easier with this. I don't know the ins and outs yet, but that's.
Okay, Joe, we're ready to move on?
Excellent. If there are any other follow-up questions specific to the technology, please feel free to follow up with me after this meeting. This is the last visual, just going to break down just the finances of the proposal. So I'll kind of walk through this. Again, line by line, the PTV cameras, those are $3,000 per camera per year, totaling $39,000 total. We are waiving the installation fee, so again, that's where flock electricians, installers will come out there, install these throughout the village, make them operational, get the PD active with them. I will just kind of call it a couple of important notes here. First and foremost, this is an annual contract, 12-month contract. It is structured as a project prover or PPI with a 30-day opt-out period. That's again to accommodate some of the more finance and budgetary conversations that need to take place in the village. I am now noticing an error here too. It's saying $55,250 on the bottom, which is not accurate. It is $39,000 total. And if I make actually one more correction, we've actually reduced this total from 13 cameras down to 11. So the new total camera count, is $33,000 total for the contract. Again, with the fully waived installation fees. Sorry for the error there, but Mayor Pigwood, you have the updated order form that reflects what I just described. So
Yes.
11 devices, $33,000 total, fully waived installation fee. I apologize for the error there. That was a typo on my side. Take a quick pause there. If you progress the slide, it kind of breaks down from a description perspective what each line item is. So again, the PTZ camera is 25x optical zoom, everything else I just mentioned earlier, access to the underlying networks I mentioned earlier as well, the Flock operating system for the PD to have the necessary access controls. But I'll pause there in case there's any contractual related questions that I can help clarify.
So just to kind of confirm, Joe, as we talked about,
Yep.
by signing this agreement, this puts us in the queue with the hope of being able to do installation probably by April. And that would give us time to try and find funding, or at the very minimum, let me get well into the budget to see if we could afford this if we couldn't find anything. And if all of a sudden, let's say, we have a catastrophe with the budget, we don't get any funding, we can opt out before installation. I just want to confirm that.
That is correct, and that's the nice thing about the PPI as a contract vehicle is you just do have the opportunity to opt out, God forbid, things don't line up from a funding perspective. I will just add to,